Got a quarter?
Due to the graphic nature of the following program, viewer discretion is advised.
Good morning, Mr. Johnson.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm doing okay. I did what you told me to do last time. You told me don't get in no trouble, make all my classes and do everything. I don't understand no dirty. They've been getting dirties there for the last few weeks, and they've been doubling the urine tests on the weekdays. I would like to know, can I come down here? I even pay for it to get my urine taken down here. Because other than that, I've been doing okay. I've been making my classes and doing everything.
This is the fourth positive cocaine drug test I've had from you.
But my urine
I'm not happy. That's
okay.
And I feel like we've done everything that we could do.
Okay.
We paid for inpatient treatment. We paid for outpatient treatment. And
I really.
you've only been on probation since September the 25th of 2017, a 2-year term. And we don't test you every day. And we probably only test like once every 6 months, and they're always positive.
Can I say something?
So I'm
I know you.
I'm baffled. I don't know.
Can I speak?
I don't
Can I
know.
say one thing?
Sure.
Now, before, when I had the dirty on the 23rd of December, I admit to that. I did do wrong. But this one is, it's not. I ain't made no mistake on this. I ain't do nothing. But like you say, you've been going that route for a long time. So.
And it's interesting because didn't I tell you on February the 4th that if I saw you again,
Right.
I was going to give you all those?
That's why I know I wasn't going. I wasn't coming this way. That's why I did everything you told me to do. Make all my classes, be on time. I even get there half an hour before time.
And we haven't even started the domestic violence counseling program because we've been dealing with the drug abuse stuff.
Domestic violence. I don't even, like you told me before about that lady. I don't even see that lady no more.
Well, I understand, but that's what brought you in front of the court, domestic violence.
Yeah, right.
related case.
Yes, ma'am.
So.
Every time I go, I got this counselor over there. I don't know about him. He
probably says the same thing about you.
Huh?
He probably says the same thing about you.
Oh no, he joked.
I mean, you keep testing positive, and we're taking you there. So they're probably trying to figure out what needs to happen.
No, he tell me every week. He tell me for the last month or two more weeks. I said, then I let you go. Even my probation officer, she asked me, why he keep you so long?
Why is he keeping you in treatment for so long?
Yeah, and I've been
Because
clean.
on December the 14th of 2017, you tested positive. The next time we tested you, July the 9th of 2018, you tested positive. The next time we tested you on July 17th of 2018, you tested positive. The next time that they tested you on March the 14th of 2019, you tested positive. That's why they're keeping you for so long. That is 4 positive drug tests on a drug that doesn't stay in your system but a couple of days.
Yeah, okay.
right?
that's-
So we're not talking about marijuana where it stays in your system for 30 days. This is
Yeah.
cocaine, so the period of time
Yeah.
when you're
That's
going to
why
be
I
able
know.
to catch, to have those positive drug tests are very small. And you
But
keep
that's
coming up
what-
positive. That's
but
disturbing.
That's why I asked, can I take my test down here? I prefer it be taken down here. I know when they take it down here, if it's a positive, it's a positive. But over there, it's not like that. That's why I'm asking. I'm begging, if you want to. Let me take it down here.
Well, I guess the problem with that is, so if I did not know how long cocaine stays in your system, I would go along with you,
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
right?
Well,
But you and I both know it doesn't stay in the system that long, so.
right. That's why I don't understand why, he,
I mean, we can have him come down,
yeah, I'd rather come down. I'd rather give it up down here.
No. We
Make
can
sure.
have the person who tested you come down.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah, we could do that.
Oh, yeah.
We can have them bring their testing thing.
This is
Now-
something else, Your Honor. After he take the test that Thursday, where he called me dirty, he said, "Oh, you clean," and I seen him drop it in the trash can, and I told the
So you were dirty on the. I'm
the
sorry. Say that
last-
again.
What they give me a dirty for now.
Okay.
He said, I went in there and took my urine test.
Okay.
He said, "Oh, you clean." And I see him drop it in the garbage can.
Okay.
And then the following week, I went to see Miss Parker. She said, "You got dirty." I said, "Dirty? Why I get dirty?" And then I went back there, and he talked about, "Yeah, here go a picture of it dirty." Oh, yeah. Man, I'm telling you, there's some stuff going on there.
How long have you been going there?
I've been going there since November the 13th.
Of 2018 or 2017? 2018.
Right.
So have you had any negative drug tests with them?
A lot of them.
Okay.
A lot of them.
And you've had positive with them too, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
I had.
what's the difference today? So you had negatives with them, and you're okay with those. You had positive
Right.
with them, you're okay with
Because-
those. So
because-
is the difference today that on February the 4th, I told you that you're gonna get all your days?
No. What the difference is, I seen him drop it in the garbage can, and then I told my counselor, I said, "I seen the man drop it. He told me I was clean." He said, "Oh no, he did. I got a picture of it." You ain't got no picture. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's where I disagree. You tell me my stuff is clean, you drop it in the trash can, and I go off. The next week, I go to see my probation officer. I see him on a Wednesday. I see him on a Thursday, because he had been coming in once a week during that time. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can have him come back. We can have him and you come back on next Wednesday.
Okay.
We can have him come here on Wednesday and have you come back with a lawyer on Wednesday.
With a lawyer.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Public defender.
Yes, you can go to the public defender's office if you cannot afford to retain a lawyer.
Okay.
Because if he shows me his process and the positive drug tests,
Yeah.
as I said to you before, I am going to take you into custody.
Right.
Because you cannot be on probation to me for a domestic violence related offense and keep testing positive for cocaine.
Right.
I have not even been able to send you to counseling for the initial
Yeah.
case yet, because every time I test you, you're positive, and I don't
Right.
like that. And at this point, I have done everything outside of just now punishing you. So
I know.
I've done inpatient treatment, outpatient treatment, psychiatric evaluation. So I've done everything. So I've eliminated all of the reasons that would prevent me from locking you up.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm if the end is here, I'm right there,
Okay, okay.
right?
Okay,
Because at some point, one of us has to take this serious.
okay, okay. I'm with you.
And I feel like it's not you.
Okay,
I'm not sure why, but, you know,
okay.
because I feel like you're making a conscious choice to do this, and this is what you want to do. So then I have to do what I need to do,
Okay.
right? Because otherwise, this whole process is a joke. And, you know, I think the people don't think that this is funny,
Okay.
and I don't either.
I'll be there.
So, right?
So next Wednesday?
Yep, next Wednesday, April the 17th at 10 o'clock.
Okay,
All right?
okay.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Your Honor, it's my understanding that the defendant intends to plead guilty to count 1 in the case 2018 TRD 6226, the U.S. With that guilty plea forthcoming, the city moves to nolly the balance of that case, the drug abuse, and the 2017 DUS case. I would also like to put on the record that the defendant is currently on OVI probation.
I know, right. Okay. So we have 1 count of driving under suspension. The remaining charges and cases will be dismissed. Is that the understanding of the plea agreement? So there's 3 cases.
Correct.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, is it your desire to plead guilty to 1 count of driving under suspension?
Yes,
You understand that by changing your plea, you're giving up your right to go to trial. Do you understand that?
yes,
You're giving up your right to confront witnesses and have witnesses come in and testify on your behalf. Do you understand that?
yes,
You're giving up your right to have the prosecutor prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
yes,
And you're giving up your right to remain silent for the limited purpose of pleading guilty to the driving under suspension case. Do you understand?
yes,
You also understand that by pleading guilty, I could make a finding of guilt and I could sentence you to a fine of up to $1,000 and up to 180 days in jail. Do you understand that?
yes,
Understanding all of your rights, how do you plea?
yes,
Court will accept the guilty plea, make a finding of guilt, will dismiss or nolly the remaining charges in that docket, all the charges in docket number 26 and 27. And then can we proceed with sentencing?
That's correct, Your Honor. We'll also waive probation violation hearing.
Okay. So he'll be found in violation, and Counselor, anything from the city?
The city defers to the court, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, he did do 3 days on the probation hold. We would just ask that he be given
On my
credit.
hold or on all the other cases that have a hold from him, like Lyndhurst, Euclid, East Cleveland?
I think there was a bond on his probation matter, so it may be any number of those. But I know that there was a bond. He does have insurance.
Okay. Court will give him credit for having insurance.
Thank you.
And then, Mr. Reeves, you can be heard.
If you want to say anything about it.
yes. I ain't do the probation because I just had a little girl that I just got out the halfway house. I did that same class. And,
I'm
I had
sorry?
to-
Say
For
that
the
again?
probation, the
Okay,
probation.
right, you're put on
violation.
probation October of 2017,
Yes,
and you did nothing, except pick up new cases. You did that,
I did that.
lots of them.
But I got myself together now, and I'm gonna try to get my license.
I'm not
I
sure
owe
what
them
that means.
3,000. I owe them.
Because I suspended your license for driving under the influence.
Yes.
And then after I did that, so I suspended your license, gave you a period of probation,
Yes,
let you out,
yes,
and then you never came back, so you didn't do anything for my probation,
okay.
and you picked up a number of cases.
And
So you had 3 in Cleveland, 1 in Lyndhurst, 1 in Euclid, and some in East Cleveland.
guess I'm on probation for Euclid too. But like I did a
So
lot
it
of
looks
time.
like I may have made a mistake in putting you on probation, right?
No,
That probably was not a very smart decision that I made there.
no.
So just, you know,
So I gave him 2 years probation to complete the alternative jail program, which would have prevented him from having to go to jail, do a substance abuse assessment, and 5 MAD meetings. So all that I asked him to do. Now, he had a significant record when he came in front of me to begin with. And instead, we decided to offer him assistance and see if we can kind of get him back on the right track. And then when the court did that, then he didn't show up at all. He didn't come back. I don't even know if the probation officer has ever even seen him.
I seen him one time.
Oh,
I
okay.
think he went on the day of his sentencing and then failed to report after. Mr. Reeves is making some effort here
So
to get
this is the
himself
interesting
together.
thing. He did come on that first day, and he had already picked up another driving case.
Right. When I had looked
That
through
day.
his record, we had discussed that.
Can you give me another chance?
See, that's not really how that works.
I know.
And then we're not even talking about the number of prior driving under suspension cases that he has. We're just trying to do a little snapshot. And part of it is, it's disingenuous for people to keep coming back in front of the court and saying, oh, well, give me another chance, when that's what we did in the beginning. So typically for sentencing, for me anyway, irrespective of what the record says, and again, all of these pink sheets would be just the pages of criminal history that I have in front of me regarding Mr. Reeves, and it's 18 pages of criminal history. So it's a lot of stuff that he's done. And despite that, the court said, if there is an opportunity for me to assist you, then I'll do that. But at some point, there has to be a level of accountability here. Because otherwise, what's the incentive for anyone to abide by the law if we're just going to come to court, stand in front of the judge, and then go back and do whatever? Probation is a privilege,
Yes.
right? It's
Yes.
a privilege that he said he didn't care about.
No.
And then probably one of my pet peeves is when I suspend people's license for driving under the influence and they drive. And part of that is I am accessible all the time. There's like rarely a day that I'm not here. We do driving privileges up here. I do them myself. I actually literally type them, and don't tell my bailiff because I feel like she mostly does them, but if she's not available, I type them myself. I have a template and I provide, so there's never an opportunity that if you're trying to do the right thing that I'm not gonna assist you in doing that. And trying to make it so that if you're in a tough position, we're gonna, attempt to assist you in that position. But then there comes a point where you're just making a fool of the court, right? And that's where I feel like we are, because we let him out, his first appointment, he has a ticket where he's driving already. So, and I told him not to drive.
No.
He had no business driving before the DUI case because he did not have a license.
OVI.
The OVI case,
Yes.
the driving under the influence, actually, OVI, DUI. I don't know that he's had a license since 2003,
Can I say something?
and we've had all of these violations. So at some point, somebody has to say, come on, Judge Earley. I feel like the community deserves better.
Can I say
I mean,
one more
doesn't
thing?
he?
2000, I had my
Where's the punishment?
last time I had my license was 2000. I've been in prison for 18 years. I did, off and on.
Right,
That's
I'm
the last
like,
time I
not
had my
consistently,
numbers.
because I've seen you since then. So if
Yes.
you're saying to me, I've been in prison off and on for 18 years, what I'm saying to you is you need to make better choices. Because
Right.
if in fact you're getting out and somebody's giving you an opportunity to be released, and then you go back and do something else knowing what the consequences are, it's different if you've never been in prison and you don't know how horrific that experience is. But when you have experienced it and then make a choice to do something to put yourself right back in it, that's a problem.
Yes.
That's a problem. That is a direct choice of that's where you want to be. Especially when we're extending, and I know you've been to prison.
Yes.
I have your criminal history, it's 18 pages long.
Yes.
But in spite of that, I've attempted to extend the court on your behalf to assist you in changing the path that you were down, and you weren't interested. So you weren't interested then, you can't say you're interested now because that's not true. You didn't show up for probation. You didn't get involved in any of the things that we offer for you. And until we picked up another case, how do we even see you? Because we had been CAPIA since 2017.
Yes.
I mean, at some point, we have to just,
Can you give me I swear I ain't probation. I ain't gonna mess up no more driving, nothing. I've got a little baby, she in the hospital. I'm trying to be there for her. That's it.
yeah,
No more
but see, the
driving.
way that you do
I
that
know, I understand.
is don't put yourself into that situation.
Yes.
Because it's drastically unfair
Right,
for you to come to court and ask me to care more about your situation than you do. Because when you make the choice to do whatever it is that you're doing, you know the situation and you know the people that rely on you,
Yes.
right? So when we make these choices, we know who they're going to affect in our lives. Rarely do the choices just affect us.
Right.
I mean, you're rarely in a situation to where the only person that's affected by your actions is you.
Right.
And you've decided that I'm not going to do probation, knowing that you have a massive criminal history, and the fact that you were given probation was a privilege that that probably shouldn't have been extended to you, but was extended to you anyway, and you took advantage of that. Probably the recommendation when you were sentenced was incarceration. So the probation department probably told me, Judge Earley, lock him up. And I don't believe in redoing things, but in the beginning, I'm like, let's give him a chance. When we get to this stage, I feel like we've done what we've needed, we have done what we needed to do. So then I don't feel bad about saying, you got to go to jail now. Because it wasn't like I didn't give you an opportunity to do the right thing. And there's no purpose in suspending license for driving under the influence if you're going to drive anyway.
Right.
Again, there is a reason why people have their license suspended for that.
Okay.
You have lost your ability to drive because you are unsafe. And then you're back out just, you got to do better. And again, if jail is not where you want to be, I don't know how you keep putting yourself in these situations to where jail is where you end up.
Can you give me like another court date and let you show that I'm with my daughter? I swear.
What is he asking me? I
I
can't
don't
hear
know,
him.
Your Honor.
My daughter, can you give me another chance? I mean, give me another like a week or something to come back to court, and I'll go to jail or something. Right. Whatever you want to do, I just want to be there for my daughter while she's in the hospital. A week.
All right. So we're going to do two things. So there will be a sanction of jail, and then we're going to bring him back out, and we're going to start all over with this probation thing, and you will complete it. Mm-hmm. You understand?
Yes.
All right, Counselor.
Can you have a report date of perhaps next Friday?
No, we're going to have him report when I come back to court.
Okay.
Because it's difficult for my staff to then book him in. He can get booked in the county.
Sure.
Okay. It's not difficult, but it just makes it, in terms of safety, it's, I like to have my staff doing security, or the staff doing security as opposed to taking people into custody. I don't really like to do that.
So we'll continue.
But we will give him an opportunity to report. But again, listen, we're asking the court to care more about his situation than he does. You got to do better.
I will.
The sanctions, Counselor, for this will be 7 days.
Okay.
That's also the sentence on the driving under suspension case.
Thank you.
So it's concurrent, obviously, at the same time.
So impose 170 credit for 3?
For the driving under suspension?
Yes.
No, just 7.
Oh, just 7 days. Okay.
I'm actually not putting him on probation for that. We're staying with the driving under the influence probation. We're just going to only have that one case.
Gotcha.
As opposed to doing the conditions and all that. I already have conditions set for the driving under the influence case, so I'd like to just
Okay. Got
only
it.
do that one probation. So when are we talking about reporting? What are we asking for? What date?
Can we do a week from today?
Yes.
Wednesday. So
That's
that'll be the 17th.
Okay. So he'll report April 17th, 5 o'clock, first floor. We'll give him the information.
Okay. So
And then introduce yourself to the probation department after that. Okay? And let's get this done.
For a videotape copy of this episode, call 664-3571 with the following information on your TV screen.